Are there any games that stand out to me that I revisit and complete? There are a couple. I play Chrono Trigger basically every year. For my money, best JRPG in existence. Similarly, I've played Xenogears maybe 3-4 times. Very good RPG, rough around the edges, but I think it did a lot for its time. Jimmy and the Pulsating Mass I've played like 3 times. Probably one of the best indie games I have ever played, and it's all been made by one person, and it has like 80 hours of gameplay. Play Jimmy and the Pulsating Mass. For my money, the best Metroid game was not made by Nintendo. AM2R is not only the definitive Metroid 2 remake, it is probably the best Metroid game ever, in my opinion. I have played it a countless number of times, especially if you count randomizers. Speaking of randomizers, Super Metroid and A Link to the Past are only okay, but together as the crossover randomizer, it's one of the best 16-bit experiences I've ever had. Being able to play 2 games in one, it's just brilliant. I will often come back to the Mega Man series every so often. Mega Man 2, Mega Man 3, Mega Man X 1 through 3. They're just good platforming fun. I also often come back to Suikoden 1 and 2. Those RPGs were just before their time. The fact that they can make a compelling war plot and have like 108 recruitable characters, it's just, they did a really good job. Every other Suikoden sucks though. Truth be told, there aren't many like PlayStation 2 and higher games that I come back to. I think it's because length got bloated at that time. I could replay Chrono Trigger in 12 hours. I don't have like 40-50 hours to replay Final Fantasy X or something like that. That's why I prefer old stuff like Earthbound and Mother 3, 2 other really amazing RPGs. And when you go even further back to the NES, I don't even really consider it revisiting because you're only supposed to play them for like 15 to 30 minutes. So like I'll go back to things like Ninja Gaiden, Contra, and Shatterhand, and I won't really think about it as like going back to a game. I'm just playing something for a bit and putting it down again. Oh, speaking of Contra, I suppose there is a PlayStation 3 era game I keep coming back to, Hardcore Uprising. It's basically one of the best Contra remakes out there. And I guess also a GameCube era game I keep coming back to is Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. For my money, that is the best Sonic game. Or at least best modern Sonic game. I still play Sonic 1, 2, and 3, and Knuckles. And then there are fighting games. I play all the old fighting games. Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 3, Street Fighter Alpha, all the old Mortal Kombats, all the old Marvel vs. series, Guilty Gear Plus R, the old Tekkens, the old Killer Instincts. I'll play any old fighting game. So that's a short list of the games that I actually come back to. But it's probably not what you expect, because a lot of people say stuff like, oh, I've done multiple runs of Skyrim. Nothing sounds more like hell to me. Simply put, a lot of modern games just don't grab me emotionally like older games do. And I think that's because a lot of modern games are styled like movies, and I don't rewatch movies. But older games whose storytelling is a bit more abstracted are just different enough to get me to play them again.